Hey, hi, hello, good evening. Hope you've been having a good week so far. Welcome to the middle of it. I hope you've been surviving. Hope it's been okay. I think mine has been okay so far. As I mentioned on Twitter, I did have a day off on Monday, so it's been only 2 days in the week that I've gone to work so far, so it's been all right. Right, just routine, but hey, that's about it. That's about as much as I want for now, right? Just take it a little easy. Just a few weeks of normalcy to make the more fun weeks stand out, right? Because I want to have the energy for it and all that. Hey, hello there, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good to see you, as always. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be looking at FUMES. This is an open world vehicular combat game made by a group who so far is dubbing themselves the FUMES team. I like a group of 4 folks, and they're working on this game. As you can see, it's got like a bit of a retro style feel to it, a bit of a PS1 style look to it. And yeah, I read an article. I think it was like an article on like a website saying, yeah, if you're a fan of like Twisted Metal, then you'll probably like this game. I read about it and I said, hey, you know what? That seems cool. So I checked out the Steam page and saw, hey, they got a demo out. So I downloaded the demo, and this is what I'm going to be looking at tonight. Can't keep me away. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad for that. I did some research after looking at your schedule, getting some Twisted Metal Vigilante 8 and Road Trip rolled into one. Yeah, all the vehicular combat rolled into one. But yeah, it's been a while since I did some vehicular combat, and like after what, almost 9 weeks of Grid 2019, maybe I'll just like kick back and do a little bit something. Do something a little bit more out there, a little bit more wild, right? So yeah, the demo kind of like just puts you right into it, right? After like a short 4x3 like sort of CRT style retro screen with their title card, your car just like driving through the open field, they kind of put you here. So I'm pausing the game at the moment, and once I unpause, we're just gonna like get right into the action. It's a forgotten genre, yeah. You don't see too many car combat games. At the very least, car combat games that, like, you know, feature weapons like guns and missiles and stuff. Sure, you got the ones that have, like, cars run into other cars, and those are fantastic as always, but it's nice to have one of these pop back up. So, anyways, I'm gonna pause, and we're just gonna get right into it. So, here we go. Used WASD to drive. A little quick tutorial on how movement works. Bogey, eat rust. Oh man, just like open it up. Oh great, I ran right into a ramp. Fantastic. Left mouse and right mouse to defend yourself, so let's go. As you can see, looks like I got 2 weapons. One's controlled by the left mouse and one's controlled by the right mouse. And I currently possess a machine gun and a shotgun. I don't know why I'm reversing. Oh man, that one car went flying. Tried to take a piece out of me. Something to scratch that Twisted Metal itch. Indeed. Jeez, how many of you folks are there? Even the explosions look decidedly retro. You just see like those explosion sprites pop up and like, oh yeah, they know what they're going for here. Yeah, his shotgun packs quite a punch though. Even from a slight distance, it's like, ooh yeah. Left shift to boost. Ah, what driving game wouldn't be without a boost, right? Especially a game of this sort. Oh, okay, they want me to boost because these things have saw blades, so if I can keep my distance, then they don't land a hit on me. And yes, I've checked out the soundtrack. I imagine you did. I did see like a lot of their soundtrack has a lot of rock stuff. So yeah, feels appropriate. Expirator, so that's the enemy class that they got here. Alright. Oh wait, no, that's the boss, okay. Because they see a boss meter up there, so I need to find out which one of you are the Expirator and take you out. Yeah. Funny thing is, I'm expired. Just imagine they just yelled into the radio right before they died. I'm expired. Just it's like those old movies, right? Or the old Wing Commander games where it's like one of your allies dies, right? As their ship blows up, you just see their intercom pop up as they're screaming into it, and then it finally cuts out like one last time. I remember some people making fun of that. Just like, man. The last thing they could think of doing was just like slam that intercom button and just scream into it as their ship blows up. Ride and tear. I was getting some surf rock vibes from the tracks. It does kind of feel like that. Feels like something that wouldn't be out of place in a Mad Max film, which I guess feels appropriate considering this desert environment. Kind of kit-bashed vehicles we're rolling with here. Okay, which one of you freaks is the explorator? Maybe I should pay attention to the purple dot. Maybe that's the one I should be concentrating my fire on. You shall rust! Like games of its eras, trying really, really hard to not say die. Right? It's not say die or kill. Rather amusing. I always found it amusing, right? Games of that era always have some fancy way to say, I'm gonna kill you, without actually saying, I'm gonna kill you. What's that purple energy? Is that like Dark Force or something? Or is that like entering Phase 2? Your doom shall come! Very 80s cartoon-esque one-liners they got going here. I'd love to go to a junkyard and just create some Mad Max type vehicle. I see like stories about it every now and then where you get like some guy who tries to kind of kit bash a vehicle from the junkyard, and then 9 times out of 10 it never looks as cool as it does in film, sadly. As with like most cartoons, I will destroy you, right? I remember that one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged where they made fun of that. Where it's like, I will destroy you! It's like, oh, you're gonna kill us? And the other guy goes, no, I only want to destroy you, just like a little. I guess that's that. We did it. Boss dead. Alright. What was that? Are you mad? Oh, we got a storm here. Okay, maybe you should turn back. Alright, sign we should turn back. Should we? Can I? Is there any way to advance this? It says press F to skip. But... okay, storms on all sides, so I'm guessing this is intentional. Alright. This is like a Racer X situation. We're gonna have some mysterious racer come up and blow my ride to Kingdom Come. Maybe I should press F. Maybe I should... They are enraged! You don't realize what's coming! Are you trying to say that there might be a storm approaching? Are they the storm that is approaching? Provoking black clouds of isolation? Are they gonna be the bringer of their name? Are they born in flames? Have they been blessed? Is their family crest a demon of death? That's all the lyrics I know of that song. I just noticed the number plate, not Max. It's a nice tribute, nice reference there. Alright, let's move onwards. Oh, okay. That was it? Wow. I do like how you kind of leave tire tracks in the dirt. Even if they're like real low poly tire tracks. And uh-oh. I see a purple thing. Oh, okay. Yep. Giant death thing. Alright, I'm guessing this is where I meet my end. Yep, there we go. Look at my health bar decreasing. It's a video game staple, meeting up against the unbeatable boss who will, like, completely annihilate your ass. Oh well. Hey, there's something wrong with your ride. You left a huge oil slick before all this started. What is this, Need for Speed Most Wanted? It's like, oh no, your car's... something's wrong with your cars. I'm getting some fuel vibes from the open world. It do be like that. Alright. Okay, just finish me, man. Let's advance this game. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, boy. What a bummer. I guess I wake up in a new place. Gonna have a first aid car come up. Or is this like the purple flames gonna come revive me and I gain the power of the Shadow Realm or something like that? Or is this like a Geist situation? Is this my soul going to possess a new car? Alright, now I'm kind of curious. Wow, that thing is rolling a lot of coal with all those mufflers, right? So much dust and smoke. Oh, okay. This must be the actual protagonist. Oh, you're still you, just as a passenger. We've collected some of your lost scrap. Let's meet and bring some shine to that rust. Follow the yellow marker to find us. Ah, okay. I see a classic tool, cross tools symbol up there that usually indicates a shop. I mean, a garage. You know, a body shop, I should say. Ooh. Probably want to avoid some cars for now. Yeah, okay, after getting to try out that sick ride now we're getting to the real starter vehicle here. So that was like a taste of power. That's always a fun video game thing, the taste of power. It's like, here's what you'll eventually get to do. Now, here's where you start. Or wait, was that huge roaming vehicle like the body shop, perhaps? Yeah, it seems like it, so I guess I'll have to drive up to them. Ooh, just like Spy Hunter. Alright. This'll be fun. Too bad I don't have the letters S-E-G-A, so I guess we can't do anything with that. Alright, I'm guessing... Okay, now what? Yeah, like when you play fully upgraded Alucard in Castlevania before starting from the bottom, working up the powers. Yep. Okay, I see. You can assign button presses, right? You can assign which weapons will be triggered by which buttons. So that's cool. Looks like just car and suspension. And of course, you gotta have the cosmetics. Let's go for a nice light blue. Ooh, imported skins. They got a whole livery editor in here. Oh man, can't wait for like the 7 billion anime liveries to show up. Alright. Well, I guess I can mess with the license plate as well. Now it's KTO159. Fortunately, I don't know if that's a reference to anything, but... Oh, okay, 7 characters max, alright. Alright, well, we'll stick with that. Guess you just exit? Let's exit. Alright, next cutscene. Now that you got geared up, go bring us more. There's no limit to the mayhem you can cause. Ride true, passenger. I guess that's our moniker for this game. Passenger. Alright, and conquer all runs located at red markers to unlock the next boss fight. So this is pretty much the structure of the demo. Go over to the red crosshairs and then defeat them, and I'll probably get stuff that I can equip to my car. Worth noting that this game does support controllers right out the gate. Although interestingly, the controls are not like driving games. They're more like a mobile kind of like third-person shooter. So keep that in mind. That being said, I'm using keyboard and mouse right now, and that seems to be working pretty well. Look at a little Fiat 126 go. Feel the speed. Tearing it up across the sands here. Oh, man. I'm guessing that big cloud of smoke is where my target is. So what, do I just, like, drive in here and... Oh! Trespasser! Alright, time to take care of this encounter, I suppose. Yeah! More 7-9ers coming! And I can see them too. Well, I can see the general direction they're coming from, not like them specifically. Nice thing is that the weapons don't seem to have like a reload or anything like that. You just like hold down the buttons and they just go. They just go off, man. You like hold them down and you know, point in the general direction and try to take them out. Damn, that new weapon has some good power. Sure does. Man, I'm like chunking that fella's health bar. Okay, is Rule of 3 going to be in effect? Are we going to have to defeat 3 waves of enemies before we can consider this encounter done? I can see they slowly ramped it up, right? It's like 3 enemies first wave, or sorry, 2 enemies first wave, 3 second wave, and now 4 enemies the third wave. I can see the... Oh, there's a 5th one. I guess I was wrong. Maybe it's a Fibonacci sequence. Maybe we'll get, like, 8 enemies if they have a wave 4. These cars turn pretty well, too. You can, like, get them on a dime, practically. Oh, hey, Rule of 3 does apply. We got some scrap from those fume guzzlers and visit our truck to take a look. Ooh, auto shell gun. A cub-rotted suspension. You can see like the stat boosts on the bottom right here too. Right, you see it will increase our durability and acceleration, but decrease our top speed a little bit. And flavor text is 2 sets of differently sized wheels. Great if you need that little bit of extra mobility. Might come in handy. Oh, hey look, skins. Maybe I will go back to the mobile base. Let's check them out real quick. Let's get in here. Where you at? I do have 2 other button presses that could use some weaponry. Oh, there they are. I do like that you just like drive into the your garage. It's nice. You don't have to be accurate either. As long as you get like into the general spot, you're good. Oh, okay. I have 2 auto shell guns. That aerial makes it look like a dog wagging its tail. All right. Oh. This auto shell gun 2. Oh. Oh, wait. Now I think about it. Is button just, like, lets me pick which one it's triggered? It's not necessarily, like, I can assign each weapon to a button? I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's what it is. Maybe I'll get, like, later cars that can equip more weapons. At the very least, I'll get a car that can equip 2 weapons, considering the start of the game. Yeah, you know what? Let's put on our custom skin here. And, let's exit. Off to the next point of interest. Ride true, passenger will be around. I noticed that a lot of games have been doing that. They like give your character a moniker of some sort, right? A general identifier. I get why they do it, especially since a lot of games have voice dialogue now. It gives them an opportunity to not have to, like, you know, create lots of custom dialogue or awkwardly, like, sand out the name in the voice lines. I see that a lot in Persona, or games like Persona or Genshin Impact, where if, like, you know, the text dialogue includes your character's name, the voice usually says something different or just omits the name entirely. It's kind of funny. Also explains why they give you the moniker, so again, they don't have to create like a billion different lines for names like that. Although it's nice when they do that. Hey there! Hello, Venom2! Welcome, and thanks for checking me out. Also, thanks for the follow. I noticed that you followed me earlier. Yeah, like in Sonic Forces, it was Rookie, yeah. Horizon has Superstar. Yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes calls you Summoner. Grand Blue Fantasy calls you Captain. Honkai Star Rail calls you Trailblazer. Genshin Impact calls you Traveler. Mass Effect, well, they just pretty much default your last name. You're always Shepard. That being said, Horizon 5 and, you know, previous Horizon games do have like the very rare voice line that does address you by whatever moniker you pick. I think it was like in Horizon 5 it was like exactly one dialogue line outside of Anna. Newt? What? Was I fighting against a penguin? Yeah, every time it's like, welcome back, Fox! Or for me, it'd be, welcome back, Goose! Shotgun's kinda nuts. This is very much more akin to, like, you know, how shotguns would operate in real life and not like a video game shotgun. Of course, if you're driving in a car, you don't want like a video game shotgun as a shotgun, because that would make shotguns not useless. I gotta give this thing at least some range, you know? Okay, was that 3 waves? Yes it was. Got some scrap for... Okay, it's the same thing as usual. Guessing it'll be like 1 weapon, 1 part, and the skin. And look, an automat. A monster suspension. A lot of extra durability. A little bit of extra acceleration, and a good enough hit to speed. Oh, got rotted suspension as well. Wait. Feels like the other suspension. Maybe it's just me. Ah, there we go. There's our cosmetic. Ooh, a sticker. Has that truck driver been at the sauce? Sure does feel like it, doesn't it? I won't lie, I saw a short from you on YouTube like 30 minutes ago and just thought, wait, a VTuber does car game content? I need to check that out, so here I am. Oh man! Well, I'm glad my YouTube Shorts has led you here. And yeah, I have noticed there aren't like a whole lot of VTubers out there who do a significant amount of race game content. Or, you know, car game content in general. Every Wednesday is car day, yeah! I used to call this, like, Wednesday race night. I kinda stopped, but, you know, the theming still is here. Still doing driving games. Or, driving or racing, because I've definitely done some racing games that weren't in cars, but... And I've done some car games that weren't purely about racing, but... It's always going to be some sort of vehicular feature on Wednesdays. I don't know. I enjoy this type of game. Something satisfying about just like getting a car and just kind of going fun with it, and you know, cathartic in a way. Warwick. I guessing you're the boss. You tried BeamNG Drive? I did play BeamNG Drive like a while ago. I have not. I played it like here and there. It's a fun game. It's nice and relaxing. Kind of the game I would just like start up if I want to go and have some fun in scenic locations. I will say I'm pretty impressed by their whole modeling. Like, they do a pretty darn good job of it. Oh man. Although it is always fun when I load up the game and it does like the whole classic thing of just like loading up the environment and then loading in the car. It's like piece by piece because, you know, my computer is a pretty good one, but it's not top of the line, so it takes a little time to load all that stuff. Even better with mods and importing your automation cars. I've not. There's one thing I have not done yet is check out the mod scene of BeamNG. I know it's probably got to be extensive, but yeah, it's probably a lot of good stuff there in it. Who knows? Maybe I'll take another look at it. Maybe I'll take another look at it soon, since we are in a bit of a between large games period, and you know. Take a look at some of these other games here. Oh man, just a little bit more on to have Warwick done and dusted. Although I know the Steam Spring Sale is coming up soon. I think it's like in a few hours actually, so that might be a good opportunity to perhaps peruse the store and see if there's anything worth picking up. I won't escape! No, it is you who will not be escaping. Oh wait, what is this, a health refill? How dare you? How dare you do boss-like things? Boss. But yeah, I probably won't pick up too much because it's like the between sale, right? It's the between the bigger summer and winter sales. But if something's cheap enough, I might pick it up anyway. I do have like a stack of racing games I do want to check out, but again. I'm kind of waiting for my Live 2D model to kind of be finished before I get to them. There's some interesting ones in there, but they will be cool. Yeah, BeamNG is known for sucking the life out of your CPU. Oh yeah, and I understand why too, right? They are keeping track of a lot of things, right? Literally every part of the car is being modeled and tracked, and you know they gotta calculate the physics and everything. So it's understandable, but it's no less taxing. I defeated the first lieutenant of the big boss. Oh man! Just like that goes poof, and now I absorb his life force. What is this, a polo nest body? A shell gun. Hey, a new weapon. Sprays your opponents with a handful of hot steel chunks, deadly when used up close. That'll come in handy. Off-road suspension. Hey, that increases my speed. A little bit of durability decreases my acceleration. The 07 skin. Haha, 07. Like we're giving 07 for Borwick. 2 new stickers! Oh man, I love stickers. Hey, look at that, more points of interest have shown up. But for now, let's go back to the shop. Whoa! What is this? Just like we got like roving bands of enemies now? Alright. I'll take you on. Did you see what I did to that other fella? I'll do the same to you. It's like pew 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 pew. I'll turn you into scrap. Another newt. Why is it that, like, penguins became associated with nuding anyway? Is that, like, the onomatopoeia for a sound they make? Are there any onomatopoeias that you find odd? Here and there? Maybe a quick career mode stream would be fun, but yeah, playing BeamNG and streaming at the same time might not be the best idea. Yeah, it would definitely depend on your rig. If you got like a, maybe not like the highest powered PC, then definitely, yeah, streaming and playing it might not be feasible. Boom. Dang it. Is this like gonna be the norm now? We're just gonna see like roving bands of enemies pop up because I defeated the first boss? This is how they like lay on the heat, perhaps? They're doing a number to me though, so they should probably just like try to put a little distance between them. Finish what you started first and we'll let you in. Hey, I didn't start it. It's like when you're fighting as a kid, right? When the teacher finally catches up to you, he goes like, "They started it!" That's like, well, doesn't matter. It can suck sometimes, especially if you were never trying to provoke them to begin with, but they're just like, I want to ruin your day, and then they do. There's not a thing you can do about it. Hey, I don't care who started it, I'm finishing it. I think that's the lesson to be had there, and I'll see a lot of people kind of echo that as well, right? Don't be the one who starts it, but you better be the one who finishes it. Another shell gun and another sticker. Okay, so you can get something out of these random encounters. At least I assume they're random encounters. Alright. I only need to get close. And, come on. Now I'm Eric Andre. Let me in! Let me in! There we go. Yeah, they won't get me in here. Oh! So you can collect, like, more than one style suspension. I assume this would just fill out. Alright. Well, let's switch to Poonless. Fortunately, we can only do stock suspension. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's how that works. Alright, so you choose which button activates it, and then each weapon has their own slot. Okay. And can see where they appear, too. Alright, interesting. So you can, like, choose to have all your weapons activate simultaneously with, like, one button press, or you can kind of choose, like, a different one, I guess, depending on your strategy. I don't know. Might come in handy. Alright, so I want to switch you to an auto machine gun, at the very least, and you can do a shell gun. Mouse right. Okay. As for skins, yeah, we'll go with 07. The 07 skin. I know that's like a billiards ball, but unfortunately I've been on the internet so long I can't help but think of saluting. This car is saluting the enemies. But yeah, I have to assume the shell gun packs more of a punch, but fires a bit more slowly. Alright, 3 points of interest. Let's see where they are. Let's see who we encounter here. I do like occasionally you'll get these like derelict oil rigs. Makes me think this is like a seabed that just got evaporated because future environmental disaster. Something like that. Seems to be a common theme for future, right? Just like Earth becomes so messed up because of the humans that you know, they flee, or you know, the Earth turns into wasteland. Very Fist of the North Star, yeah. Yeah, I should be firing all my guns. Feels like there's not like much disadvantage to just shooting everything all at once. Oh, of course, the hood car, I did notice, only can fire forward, so this puts a bit more incentive to put my opponents in front of me. I need to remember that I have a boost. I can just like boost to try to close the distance and get a better shot on them. Gotta be careful of everyone else, though. Another one down, and another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Alright, another automat and another sticker. Did you do much of your day off on Monday? Actually, nah, I just kind of I chilled. I relaxed. I guess I did like a little cleaning. I cleaned up my place a little bit. It wasn't like a holiday or anything. I just kind of wanted a day off because I have no kind of like default days off for this month. So I just gave myself a day off. I guess the most I did was just like go out and get some food for pickup, but that was like the extent of it. Okay, one of these crosshairs is getting larger, so I want to try to get to that one. Yeah, feed up, snacks in hand, and just do you, yeah. It's what the people like to call a staycation. Okay, I'm seeing flames here, so I'm guessing this is an encounter. Let's get in here. You better give up. So all the enemies are basically... all the little enemies are bogeys. I guess makes sense. Ah. This car looks like they took the back of an old Audi Quattro with the front of a second-gen Golf and just smashed them together. Or as we say here, a duvet day. It's an FSO Polonaise. Okay. Alright, one down. This car's kind of butt at turning. At the very least, it's kind of not great at turning very tightly, as the other one is. Or maybe I should be relying more on, like, mouse aim to kind of get my car to swerve. This can't be! It's like Ratchet and Clank up in here. You like kick Quark's butt, and the jungle planet goes, cannot be! I can see the light. And the sky is already glistening. I don't know the rest of the lyrics to that song. An old Eastern Bloc brand from the 80s. Oh, man. Very interesting. That's pretty cool. We used to get a lot of those Eastern cars here in England. Ah, okay. Makes sense. I guess also feels appropriate. Kind kind of gives a bit more of that sort of scrap together feel of all these vehicles. It's like all the new technology is gone. We have to rely on old technology to survive. Cheap motoring, no frills, cheaply made. Alright, that's another group down. So what do I got here? Another automat. A Polonus off-road suspension. Oh, another Cub Monster suspension. Oh, a Rally 2000 skin. Alright. Hey, a Maze sticker. Or... yeah, I'm gonna say that's a Maze. That's a Maze sticker. At the very least, there is an incentive for fighting, like, the random encounters, because you do get, like, some stuff out of it, but... sometimes you just want to, like, get back there and try out your new toys, right? Does look like your main source of, like, increased firepower will probably come from, like, increased weapon slots. On the other hand, it's a demo, so... yeah, they're just kind of giving us a little proof of concept here. Alright, why don't we take care of these folks? It looks like they got, like, a little skirmish going on, so why don't we go in there and, kind of mop them up. We're gonna third-party these folks. That's right. You're all going down. Oof. Well, that makes sense. The only car from the USSR we got where I'm from were Lada. Ah, yes, the Lada Riva and Niva, the butt of so many jokes. Oh, man. Alright, 2 more. Ah. There we go. And you are going down. Oh. Remember to fire my shell gun. My car! Oh, my car! Ah, just more weapons, alright. The fact that so many are still rolling today is amazing. It is pretty fascinating, though, how some folks will keep those rides going. Certainly hats off to them, though. That's like a piece of history that people will still be able to kind of experience to an extent, right? You get a glimpse of what cars were like back in the day. Alright. I don't want to bother with that roving band. Actually, let's just, like, go to the next target. Take them out. I know it's supposed to be a rain effect, but whenever I see, like, the front of the... kind of like the light cones for the headlamps, that kind of looks like miniature tornadoes for me. Right? Makes me think there's, like, miniature tornadoes emitting from the car. It's gonna blow everyone away. Same with the old Skodas, like the Estelle. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Our next encounter. Oh, you'll get me. Alright. What if I get you first? What do you say to that? Oh, dang. Fella kind of folded like a wet tissue. I was actually playing Balatro today, and when I lost one run, the little joker kind of snarked at me, "Oh man, we folded like a cheap suit." I'm like, oh, jeez. That's quite the burn. Oh man. Oh dear. Oh, they were war engine cars. Huh, interesting. Oh, jeez. The worst kind of enemy, the one that just, like, comes up and rams your butt. And just continues driving into you. It's like, oh, geez, your mobility is just limited. Oh, no. Wait. What happened to my phone? Apparently just, like, died or something. Weird. I could have sworn I plugged it in. Alright, let me finish this encounter real quick. Alright, I can't circle them forever like this. I gotta switch things up. Change up my strategy. They're about to do me in. Wishlist me! I'm sure that's a demo exclusive remark right there. Weight distribution wasn't a thing at the time, apparently. I guess it's like the kind of thing where they realized, hey, what's wrong? And then they kind of look into it, and eventually the science comes out, and then they can kind of work cars to that angle as well. All the power of a leaf blower, ouch, man. Does not sound the best. Ooh, did we do it? Yeah, we did it. Alright, what we got here? Automat, another suspension. All Cub stuff. Why don't you give me something for the car I currently have? Alright, apologize for doing this, but I want to see what's like up with my phone. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Apparently my phone just like, it's really low battery, which is weird because I have it plugged in, so I don't know what's going on, but it seems like it's charging again, so hopefully it'll hold for a while. Welcome back. Thanks. Alright, let's get back in here. To the next waypoint. I was gonna say, though, normal service has been resumed, right? You may now return to your, return to your seats and all that. There's like one time where I was going on like a pretty long train ride, and unfortunately, like there was bit of a delay. Right, we had to wait a bit because I guess the train tracks were blocked some way, so they eventually got us onto a bus, and we had to like kind of get bussed to another train station to continue our train ride there. I was just thinking of that because it's like once we finally got onto the train, back onto the train, it was like, yeah, normal service has been resumed and things like that. Let's just hope that your battery isn't turning to a spicy pillow. Oh man, oh no. Yeah, that would be pretty dangerous, right? I can't believe like something dangerous like a inflated lithium-ion battery has this rather benign kind of moniker attached to it. Seems like something that should have a condition that's like a bit more imposing than spicy pillow. Like, sheesh. Also, this is kind of where we're at. In order to kind of get the battery power we need to power the devices we have, we need to use things like lithium ion that could potentially have hazardous consequences if things go awry. It's a little harrowing sometimes. I've had a few devices that happened to me. Like, I think the previous iPhone I used actually happened. Where I saw, like, the screen just, like, started bulging, and it kept on bulging until, like, finally popped out. And then I realized, oh, that was, like, the result of the battery. And so I got my phone swapped out. Those things are not to mess with. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we've all heard of a news story about the lithium-ion battery gone awry. Or there was, like, not too long ago, right? The one model of phone that everyone eventually turned into a joke about, like, kind of being an explosive in disguise because the batteries were all screwy. To the point where they kind of, like, abandoned that phone model entirely. I forget the name now, but man, I remember that being, like, a thing in the news for a while. Alright, more scrap. But yeah, I've been doing the Galaxy Note 7. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like everyone was like, oh man, it's like a secret agent device or something. It's like, ooh. Definitely not something to be trifled with, for sure. But yeah, I know they pulled that entirely and just, like, moved right on to the next model. That name will forever be associated with stuff blowing up. But yeah, I was gonna say, the threat of just, like, inflatable batteries is enough that I'm trying everything I can to kind of, you know, minimize the risk of that. So I usually try not to use my devices while they're plugged in. Of course, the only exception is when I'm, like, doing VTubing stuff, because for some reason VTube Studio on the phone is like an immense power drain if I leave the battery, if I just have it like running on battery, I only get like maybe an hour or two out of it at most. So that's the only time, right? Any other time, I usually have the phone unplugged if I'm going to use it. If I charge it, then it's like I leave it alone, right? I got a lot of stuff. Let's go with the royal colors here, yellow and purple. Rally 2000. All right, off to the purple cross. Sorry, off to the purple crosshairs now. The worst, I think, some people are selling them as collector's items because they were recalled. Oh yeah. You'll see that for most anything that gets discontinued. I remember Silent Hill, The Room. Remember when that just got like straight up delisted, and suddenly like consoles that still had that demo, that little software on their system was like extremely valuable. Of course, you couldn't reconnect it to the internet either, because if you did, then they were just gonna take that out. So. Are there any examples you can think of like that? Anything else you've seen where the value of a thing goes up significantly because it suddenly just becomes like a rare thing, a thing that will never be produced again? I can think of a lot of things like that. Especially as a kid. It seemed like every week there was some new collectible that people wanted to kind of hoard because, oh man, just imagine the value it's going to have in like a few years, right? With Beanie Babies, with like trading cards, and oh wow, is this like trees? Okay, so there's like different zones and everything. Interesting. It's not just a desert. I can kind of dig this. Almost feels like we're about to kind of run into a mountain here, right? Just expect to see like a really steep mountain, or like a mountain range in the distance. Like any good driving game, you just like run into the trees and plow through them. Go. Boom. Okay, there we go. Was it worth it? Always is. Look at that. Yeah, shell gun, auto mat, off-road suspension, and a new sticker. Yeah, I'd say that was well worth it. Oh. Man, it's like I don't even get to rest for a second before they go sick a new group on me. Sheesh. Alright, maybe I should just, like, go to the purple crosshairs already. If I fight these groups, we'll be here all night. Oh my god, Silent Hill The Room is going for $1,500 on Amazon. Yeah. As I said, people want a piece of that. They want to be known as the one who owns this now almost lost piece to media. Radio the boss! Got ourselves a challenger. Sheesh. It's like you point them in a general direction and just go, up. Beetle Juke? Wait, I didn't say the name 3 times. Why did they appear? What does it say? Eat this bumper jacket? Alright, I need to hoof it. Like any good driving game, it's like, hey, boost. Boost is good to kind of get you up to speed. I like video games, but not that much, right? Yeah, think about it. It's like for 1,500 bucks, you could buy yourself like about 20 other video games, at least 20 other video games. Yeah, the only reason you would get something like that is to flex. Enough this, you are scrapped. Alright, phase 2. Yeah, no, I'll save that money towards my fursuit. Yeah, there you go. Worthy cause right there. Speaking of ridiculous prices, anyone keep tabs on like the Overwatch Cowboy Bebop collaboration? It had like a promising start, right? You saw like that animated sequence they did, all slickly in the style of the old Cowboy Bebop intro. They even got like the music too, and got everyone excited. Right, and then they bring out the skins. You see, like, they had, specifically, it was like Cassidy's, Spike skin that people seem to go, wait, what happened? Right, you saw like a side-by-side comparison of the anime look and the look he had in-game. It was like, whoa, oh man. Something felt off. And then I saw another pic on Twitter today. I was talking about the prices. And it was like, wait, 25 bucks for one pack? Although a friend did tell me that there is like a complete pack going for 60, but still 60 bucks. That's like the price of a whole video game there. You could get maybe one video game from that. Maybe more. It's wild. I mean, I get it. That license probably wasn't cheap, but still. It's like when Apex Legends did their Final Fantasy collab, and then someone like did the math and estimated you had to pay like 300 bucks to get all the stuff from there. And it's like, ooh, I like Final Fantasy, but I don't $300 like Final Fantasy. Like, come on, man. Sheesh. What's your ride? Oh man, I don't know what the name is off the top of my head. I will have to look that up next time I go back to the shop. Oh, meant Venom 2. Okay. I'll melt you down. I bet this fella is experiencing a meltdown right now. How are you still standing? It's covered in green. There's so much fart gas on him. Oh man. Your doom shall come. Alright, Grim Reaper. Sheesh. So poetic. Oh wait, was that it? I thought they might have gotten me, but I think I got them. Alright, I guess now all that's left is to... Oh, wait, nope. Beetlejuice is still standing. This must be like the last stand mode or something. I just need to, like, close in. That's why it's a good thing I have this longer range machine gun. Come on, I'm so close. Where you at, Beetlejuice? Ah, there we go. Your reign of terror is over. I just stepped on him. Summer Car 2004 NB Miata, rest of the year. Oldsmobile Toronado Trofeo 1990. Very tunable for anything those MX-5s. Learn to drive manual in that car. Ooh. Driving manual is a lost art. I don't know how to drive manual. Very impressive. So we got ourselves a juke body. Orkin battery. Is that like a... Oh, okay. A high volume of pint-sized rockets. Oh, that's why they call it a battery, I see. A Polonus monster suspension. Predator skin. And 3 new stickers. Alright. Looks like we got round 3 of these hotspots moving, popping up here. Oh, I guess we're just in the woodland environment now, right? We were in the desert before, and now they kind of just like naturally transitioned us to a woodland environment. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig out how this is all like very seamless. All right, let's get in here. Let's see how much firepower the juke can handle. 3 weapons. Oh yeah. It's pretty much the norm here to learn to drive manual. Oh man. Definitely not the norm where I am. Pretty sure the only one who can actually drive manual worth a darn in my family is it's my older brother actually. But he's kind of like the gearhead of the family, so probably checks out. All right. So now we have a back weapon and like 2 side weapons. It looks like they do have like a bit more limited range too. Unlike the other car, in which you can have like 360-degree aiming, the weapons here are much more limited. So you can't like focus fire on a person unless they're like right behind you. So let me put Orkin battery in the back. And shell guns for the side. Seems like a good thing to have. Mouse left, and you can be mouse right. Alright. Guess we'll just put on the Predator skin, because that's what we got. Right, troop passenger will be around. Not in Canada. Lots of long straights here. Ah, okay. It was harder to get used to learning manual semi-trucks. That was totally foreign to me at first. Okay. Yeah, it's like, man, I got the utmost respect for anyone who rides a truck. That requires you to kind of like a completely different mental discipline, I imagine. Because you're driving a big, heavy vehicle, so you need to be able to anticipate a whole lot more. And that takes a lot of skill. Like, I tried to do truck sim, and it's like, no, I just gotta do, like, driving controls for this. I can't do all the shifting and stuff. 13 and 16 gears was a steep learning curve. Oh boy, I bet. Oh, here it is. Alright, let's see how this vehicle fares in encounters. Oh man, I was hoping I could like get him in the air. Imagine how sick that would have been, just get like an aerial shot. Okay, so unlike the other vehicle in which I wanted everyone to be in front, I kind of want to have everyone here kind of chasing me. Because if they're behind me, I can just like let loose the rockets and take them all out. Fumes take you, no, fumes take you. Okay, so yeah, that saw blade is doing a number on me, alright. Activate the boost. They just dumb fire rockets. Hope that the catches someone in the blast, right? You know, if they get right behind me, they're going to be eating a face full of rocket. One low, one high, one low, one high, and repeat 16 gears. Ain't no way I'm driving that. I'm pretty much like one-shotting these vehicles now, though, since I got like 2 shell guns. As long as I got them both concentrated on an enemy, most of them are gonna fall. Just like that. Boof. Boof. Oh, I just realized I'm low on health. That's not good. I can see the screen's getting desaturated. That's a classic video game sign to let you know, hey, you're kind of looking pretty bad here. Take cover, disengage, get back before you turn into a flaming husk. Oh man, one of these days I'm gonna get that mid-air shot. It's gonna be like pool, bang, poof. Rust to rust. That's a really good line. I like that. That's a good one. Very car-themed, pithy, going out one-liner there. I like that. Hardest for me to get used to was the twin-stick trucks. Damn near need 3 hands. Oh man. Twin sticks. That's gotta be... Yeah, that definitely requires you to kind of unlearn some things and learn some new things. Max damage. So maximum it's mad. Let me tell you. Oh. Or you should just, like, focus on the stuff behind me. Maybe some boost so I can get ahead of them. No! Yeah, insert Darth Vader. No! Whoa, 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 whoa. Personally, I think Luke had the best no. I like the way it sounded. It was absolutely anguished, and the way it was just like 2 no's at once. It was like that big no and then the little no. Like he was really, really trying to process it. Alright, can I get something for my big car? Alright. I know this is a demo, but man, stuff like that makes me wish there was some sort of shop system or some sort of credit system. Ah well. I'm sure it'll come in like subsequent updates if it comes. Who knows, maybe they might just do like a bartering thing or something like that. My dad was a truck driver for around 15 years. There's things he misses about his job, but there's a lot more that he doesn't miss. That's what it feels like sometimes. Ah, the early mornings are killing you. Oh, man. I think there was like one job, like maybe 10 years ago, when I was like working in the office. I had to get up really early because I think there was like a set of documents that needed to be processed, like, and ready to go noon that day. So I got drafted to do like the early morning shift. On the bright side, you know, when it hit like 8 right? It started like regular start time for everyone. I was able to just go home and nap, which I totally needed, cause goddamn. I knew a friend who used to work night shift. They were like doing a warehouse job, and they did like late at night to early morning. It's always interesting, right? I would go to bed, and then I'd wake up, and I'd see them kind of like come into the house, and you know, because they were just finished their job, so they would kind of go about the day doing their stuff, and then eventually they would just like go to bed around noontime so they could get some rest for the next night shift. It's like, yeesh. Alright, here's our next point of interest, our next area for car combat. Oh man, that car is giving me like Dukes of Hazzard vibes right there. Mostly the color scheme. There we go. Cannot be. Makes it worse because I have to find that balance and find time to spend with my BF because he's 7 hours behind me. Whew, yeah. Time zones, they make things very tricky. You especially see that in like VTuber collabs, especially when, you know, folks are like in different regions. Usually you'll talk about how someone has to stay up late or get up like really early to kind of get them all in the same room so that they can do their thing. Occasionally you'll luck out and you'll get like that group that can stay in relatively the same period without messing up things too much, but it's always funny to see that happen. The way of life in the furry fandom. Yeah, I can imagine. Most communities like that, especially ones that are online based, probably like that. I was in like a lot of forums that had like members from Europe, members from Australia. So it's definitely something I became very familiar with, that's for sure. I might not be the most inclined to have a physical type job, but working behind a desk is not for me. Yeah, everyone's got like different sorts of things that they enjoy. Right, some people want to be out there kind of doing things in the field, and other people just want to do something else, right? It's all about knowing what you're into and just like finding something to kind of suit your needs and abilities. Say like the most physical job I had was working retail. Right, well, I guess it wasn't necessarily retail. I was working with a restaurant, and you know, I had to go and like prepare the food and serve the food and stuff like that. That's like the furthest I got. If it was up to me, I'd have my own business. Haha. It's probably a dream of a lot of people. Don't worry, I don't have to work for anyone else. You just work for yourself. Self-made person and all that. Retail is just hell, yeah. I think a lot of people would agree with that. Even the ones who, you know, have more of an inclination to kind of like want to be there, which is rare, but they are out there. Would still agree that retail's definitely drains you for sure. Oh, I didn't realize there was one right beside me. Alright, wave 3? Fume Guzzlers! Wait, Fume Guzzlers? How does that even make sense? Unless they're saying, like, everyone's tank is so empty that they're guzzling fumes at this point. I mean, I know running on fumes is a saying. That's a saying to say that your tank is almost empty, so... I'm guessing fume guzzlers is just a different way of saying that. I often said I must have done something bad in a previous life to deserve this. Ah, man. Well, as I always like to think, at some point, like, the balance of the universe has to be restored, so, like, something feels real messed up now. Surely the universe will repay you in kind later, right? Right? Oh, here we go. Got some scrap from these fume guzzlers. Visit our truck to take a look. Do you have anything for the vehicle I have? Ooh, off-road suspension. Yeah, it doesn't affect my stats too much, though. Vespa skin. Alright, maybe I'll swap the suspension, actually. Ooh, luckily, it's nearby. Does seem to be that as long as you don't, like, fire at the enemy, they're not going to engage you, so that is nice at least. Does give the feeling that they're, like, all kind of, you know, going at each other. They're not all out there to kill you, so that's nice. My first real job was being a dishwasher. Wasn't the best job, but not... I guess, assuming it's not the worst either. Yeah. At the very least with dishwasher, you can kind of stay in one place, right? You got, like, the one task, and you can focus on doing the best you can there. It's still a very important thing to do, but it's not quite as wide-reaching as some others might be. Let's see what other weapons I have. Nothing new. No new skins either. Well, it has allowed me to have a car that I love and a project to work on. The one reason why some people have jobs, so that they can kind of fund their personal pursuits. Certainly respectable, right? Maybe you're not doing what you enjoy as a career, but at least you can do what you enjoy in your off time. Kinda just depends on what you want, right? As long as you're doing what you want and you're satisfied with the state you're in, and you can support yourself, that's what matters. I mean, I was eating for free. That is nice, too. I think the one restaurant I worked at, they did let us have, like, a free meal, right? A free small meal, right? They didn't want it. They couldn't get, like, the most expensive stuff, but they let us have, like, a small meal on the house. So that's pretty cool. Paincaster. Ooh, that's a good name. Too bad the intro was kind of ruined. Oh, Chase Master. Oh my god, it's two of them. Okay, that's different. Hey, you keep what you burn. Oh boy. My daily is a 2020 Mercedes C63S AMG Coupe. My project is a 1970 Buick Riviera. My Horizon 5 Car Club admin helped me source it and import it to England. Wow! Man, your Car Club admin is kind of like a real good fella. Plus, I need all the money I can spend on commissions. I'm not the biggest of newer Mercedes, but that's a nice damn car. Oh man, look at that! Look at that sick trick I did there. Totally planned it. Okay, it's like a little bit annoying that the boss's health bars don't show up until they get like real close to me. You are nothing! I could say the same to you, buddy. What happened to the other fella? Oh, wait, there they are. I wonder if the program is such that one kind of backs off while the other one gets a little aggressive. Yeah, you'll get them wheels, oh yeah. I could say the same for you. I thought for a moment they were like regenerating health or something. Still love my classic muscle and pony cars, yeah. I wonder if I can get like that poison gas grenade. I'm guessing it's acid grenade weapon at some point. Probably wouldn't be very effective, but I just want it for the collection at least. Even if it is a demo collection. You keep saying you'll get them wheels, and yet you're not. You're. Alright, one down, so... I wonder if this will be a case of once I blow up the other car, the two are going to combine together and turn into, like, some sort of amalgamation. Just like abomination of a vehicle. Fire and tar! I wonder if this is going to be like this game's version of Rock and Stone. Fire and tar! Ride and tear! Melting down! There's gotta be like some sort of autocorrector going on here. Try to make it so that I land on my wheels as often as possible. Get a little closer. Boy, is that you? Man, this fella kind of just likes to bounce around a lot. Stay in one place so I can just keep pumping shells into you, would you? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Maybe it is a matter if this fella's got me in the yellow. And again, they are in the orange. Man, that was some sick air. Oh. Oh, okay. They're gonna go into red mode. Now they're serious. What engine you got in the Buick? 455 big block, 7.2 V8. Whoa. There they are. Ah, they touched me for like a little bit. I guess they got me turned around, so that's something. Oh man, I am so close to blowing them up. Oh, Newt. I thought that said not again for a moment there. I was gonna say, wait, not again? Did they survive the first time they got blown up? Oh, wait. Is this it? Boom. And now I absorb all their powers. Oh. Ooh, cricket body. I wonder if it's a noisy cricket. Ah, a charge thrower. Throws explosive charges. Oh, okay, here's our corrosive grenade thrower here. Hollowness truck suspension. Paincaster skin. 2 new stickers and oh, a chase master skin. Okay, these are like the boss liveries. Oh man, there's more. I wonder if we'll get into like environment 3, but first let's go back to the shop so I can check out some of this new stuff. I only just twigged where Newt comes from. Ah yes, good old Disgaea. Oh wait, no, that wasn't Disgaea. Sorry. This guy was Dude. Must be chugging that fuel faster than a rocket. It will be when I rebuild it with some tasty upgrades. Ah, there you are. Hey, truck, you realized the road was like the other spot, right? This isn't Snow Runner, you can't go off-road. Funny stuff will happen if you do. I like the rocket launcher, so maybe I'll keep that. Or actually, how many weapons does a cricket get that? Oh, just the one. Stock is rookie numbers. Alright, well, onwards and upwards. Let's see where our next points of interest will take us. You better not put 20 inches on that car. Oh boy, get a little hitching here. I wonder if we're trying to load in a new environment. We'll see ourselves slowly transition to a new environment. It'll be a more snowy area, I imagine, since we are hitting the pine trees. I have more taste than that. That's good to hear. Ah, okay. Just gonna ignore that feuding crowd over there and go here. I like how it has like a pine tree just burning in the middle. I know it's just like a result of the spot they picked out, but it does give that funny appearance. Kind of picking them off, one by one. First things first, I have to get the whole thing rebuilt. It's just a sorry-looking primered shell right now. Oh, man. Forget how the saying goes, but it's something like, from small beginnings come great things, or something like that, right? It always starts off small, but eventually it'll grow into something huge if you let it cultivate. Yep. More bogeys, alright. I'm gonna turn around and let him meet the tail end of my weaponry. No! There's another. Ah, alright. Got access to a website. Nice. Yeah, it's nice when you're able to kind of like find that one thing that'll help you complete your project. Or at least get it, help expedite the process in a way. It's been sat for 20 years in the field. You can imagine the state of it. Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially 20 years, that kind of time, is not kind to car bodies, especially those made of metal. They're done. Like a steak. They're well done. Not that I have my steaks well done, I have them medium. Because, you know, well done is a kind of not help people heavily discourage well done steaks. I get it. I get why. I get why now. Oh, there they go. They're trying real hard to catch up to me. I should just keep driving like this. Certainly does feel a lot like, yeah, there's no really, no landmarks or anything. This is kind of, seems to be a world that's like generated on the fly. As you're driving in a direction, it's just like generating more of it. A matter of just letting them catch up to me so that I can face them at an advantageous position. Please tell me it was in a desert area. Oh, Nevada. Oh, wow, okay, so it's not too bad then, I suppose. I live in a seaside town, so we all know too well about salt air and water. Yeah. Oh. Pretty sure any car that's going to be in the coast for an extended period of time needs special treatment so that you know, the salt doesn't do a number on it. It's like how you're buying a vehicle for a cold region. It's probably got like different sets of treatments for that too. Specifically designed to deal with like cold weather and what have you. Alright, let's see the loot I get from this encounter. Another missile launcher. Rotted suspension. A little bit of an increase to acceleration, but it decreases the other stuff, so I don't know about that one. Care about Polo-ness or Polo Cola. That's another fun thing to see sometimes. See if a game does like fictional brands, see how they work with that and what names they pick. Sometimes it's fun. still remember the split-second fictional variants. It sounded so badass too. I was like, man, I wish these were cars in real life. Great, rust is really unlikely, but paint damage due to the sun is a bummer. Faded, and then the dash cracking under the sun. Oh yeah. Restoration, that's why restoration is a thing. Get back to its former glory. Another night, another fight. Come on, that one's on its legs. Last legs here, just boom, there we go. My wheels! Never mind the rest of my car, I just care about the wheels. Such ferocity! Almost feels like they think I'm a worthy opponent. Part of me wonders if, like, the time of day and weather progression is dependent on, like, how many of these hot spots I'm clearing. It's like cycling through stuff as I keep taking down the crosshairs counters. Wishlist me! Don't worry, I already got you wishlisted, Fumes. Would love it to drive it to FurCons and stuff. Just arrived to the soundtrack of a burbling V8. That would be fun. Got any ideas of what kind of livery you might want to give it? Just like any kind of extra decorations or anything you want to give it? Or just like color scheme or anything like that? This guy's proving really elusive. Maybe I'm just bad at aiming. I need to learn to lead my target. Just like shoot a little ahead of it. Classy Schwartz metallic black. I don't want to do anything too over the top. All right, yeah, I can respect that. Keep it simple. Call attention to the vehicle itself and not what's on it. That is a valid strategy. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, absolutely. I understand that. Two more dudes. Ah, there you are. Come get me, you son of a... Just need like one rock. There we go. Oh, that wasn't it. Yeah, I forgot to keep track of how many waves that was. It was like, yeah, definitely either, this is either the second or the third, for sure. I know, powers of deduction. Yeah, not like these car guys that just ruin a car with bad mods. You're thinking about Ricer. Don't get me started, some folks shouldn't be allowed to be near cars. Oh man. Ooh, there they go, sailing over the edge. It's like a scene straight out of the movie. See like the protagonist car going off the edge, and then you see like the entire enemy horde coming out right up at their heels. Their axle? Their back wheels? Is it just me, or did the terrain get a bit hillier? Kinda feels like it. Feels like it's a matter of time before we get to the next environment. Where all the good stuff is. There we go. Another one down. Another one down. Another one down. And another one down. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Some people should return to public transport. And public transport as a whole should really be encouraged more. Of course, at least in the US, that requires public transport to kind of get ramped up to some degree. You're alright, you'll be okay if you're in a big city, but yeah. If you're like in the suburbs or out in the boonies, you're kind of out of luck there. And even then, bus and train service is going to highly depend on where you are. Got here, missile battery, suspension, another suspension, more suspension. Ooh, Storm Rider skin. And the fire, yeah. Spoil the car, here's a bus pass. I'm pretty sure they suggest that to people who continuously wreck cars. It's like, hey, have you tried taking a bus? Might be more inconvenient, but it'll probably save you a lot more in the long run. I'm in a rather small town, the bus doesn't even come near. Oh man, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sometimes you're just in an area where public transport is not even a decision. Or it comes around so rarely that you might as well not have it. Only bus I get in is the park and ride in town when I do errands. That's usually how I did it. When I lived in the big city, I just kind of took either the subway train or the bus to places where I needed to go. Sometimes it was a combination of the two. Like the service I was using used to have like a website where you could plan a trip, right? You'd tell them where you were, where your destination was, and they'd let you know which combination of public transport you could use to get to where you needed. But then at some point they switched to Google, which still does an okay job, but kind of missed the proprietary system they had. It's like, on one hand, I get it. Don't don't keep on reinventing the wheel if someone else does it, if someone else already has it, but I don't know, becoming too over-reliant on, like, outside services might become a problem, especially if those services go down, right? When I was in a bigger town in college, I used the bus, then I got a car, and never again. I had like different periods in my life where I was able to use public transport, and then there were other periods where I did have like a personal car for use. I think at the point I am now, I can use public transport to get to most places I need to go reasonably well, so haven't had a need for a car yet. Or if it's warm weather, I'll take my motorbike. Saves on petrol in the car, that's for sure. Take a scooter, take a bike, or take a motorcycle. It gets you exercise too. I guess depending on the vehicle, anyway. Alright, one more vehicle. Where are you at? You gotta be coming my way, right? We'll just meet him at the top of this hill. Ah, there you are! So, there you go. Alright, wave 2? I believe it's 2. Which means we have at least 2 waves. I assume it's 2 waves. Oh, there they are. Alright, we gotta get ahead of them. Ah! Then they get ahead of us. Get ahead of them. Okay, it's gonna be like it's gonna be this kind of battle, huh? A little push and pull. Trying to surround me. I mean, it's a good tactic for a smaller group. Give them a lot of targets spread out, and they can't concentrate on hitting them all at once, right? There we go, another one down. Right now, it's 167 for a liter of petrol and 176 for diesel. Oh, man. Oh, right into the building. That's okay. I hope there was no one in there. Probably isn't. Just like Saturday morning cartoon style, there was no one in that building. This whole zone is empty, man. Alright, maybe take it easy, wait for them to come to me. Oh, well, I've been stopped, so they'll probably be coming to me anyway. Seriously, I need to take y'all out. If you could all get close to me, that would be great. Thanks. There we go. Oh. One more volley. They're done! At least they knew the end was coming from. Okay, the other guys gotta show up at some point, right? Here, we'll take the fight to them. Did I see them? Are they on the horizon? I can't quite tell. Oh wait, nope, I saw them. They drove past me. Great. Oh. Yeah, they're a weakling. Boom! Alright, final wave. 288 for 1 liter of gas. It's like 160 for 1 here. It's like about 93 pence. Huh. Man. Screwed over at every chance. Why is this group like so much easier to manage? In terms of blowing them up, I mean. As far as it goes to staying safe, it seems like these red encounter groups aren't much for that. Yeah, anything in front of me tends to go down pretty quick. Anything behind me goes down even more quickly. Ah, there you are. Come beat a face full of hot shrapnel. There we go. That should be everyone. Oh, no, not everyone. That wasn't everyone. I do like that they give you, like, mid-battle health refills. Have to worry about scouring the wasteland for like repair kits or something like that. Kind of make do with the bar you have, and usually it'll be enough to get you through. And if it doesn't, maybe you can fix your loadout to get more survivability. Lucky to get 25 miles per gallon. Necessity though, because I have an hour commute each way to work. Man, that's like the worst feeling. You already gotta spend a lot of time at work, and you gotta spend some additional time going to and from work. So that's like less time you have to yourself. Imagine like, you know, an 8-hour day with like 2 hours worth of driving, and you imagine you spend 8 of those hours asleep. It's like pretty much 6 hours you have to yourself. And oftentimes that's usually enough time to maybe eat, wash yourself, do whatever errands you need to do, which then leaves you like even less time to kind of do your own personal pursuits, unless you get like a lot of days off. 12 hours a day behind the wheel. Oh, geez. Okay, it's oh man. Whew. Okay, yeah, you combine that with sleep and the commute. All right, now that is everyone. What you got for me, scrapper? Is it a new car body? Probably isn't. Charge thrower, cricket monster suspension, jock rotted suspension, cub monster suspension, a 2-toner skin. Management, don't believe the hype. As the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Or something like that. I feel like my loadout's in a good spot. I'm just gonna go straight to the purple crosshairs here. See who we're up against. It's gotta be like a threefer, right? We're gonna face off against like 3 people at once. 3 bosses. 3 lieutenants, as they put it. There it is, the ominous purple smoke. Oh, went right by it. I'm like, wait, oh, maybe I reconsider? Nah. It's like, draw out the lieutenant. With pleasure. And it feels like these boss encounters always have at least one person with a grenade thrower. Oh. See, someone's behind me. Oh. There they go. Get back here, you son of a... Oh yeah, point blank even. Ah, here's our foe. Gaslighter? Really? Oh, and it's just the one. Okay. No partners. Yeah, it looks like they got flamethrower turrets, so I imagine they must, like, completely melt your health away if they can get up to you. Uh-oh. Eat lead bumper liquor. Okay, so is that what you're saying? Yup, that's a flamethrower, alright. And of course, it's got fire damage over time effect. Hey, you can't get them wheels if they're burnt. Unless you like burnt wheels, I don't know. Are you like one of those types of people who likes the smell of burnt rubber in the morning? I mean, I won't judge you for it, but not exactly the biggest fan of that. Flamethrower's kind of doing a number on me. Alright, I'll keep my distance. If they're ahead of me, don't boost ahead, because that will give them like a free attack of opportunity on me. Uh-oh. And of course, if I get stuck on a rock, it's all gonna go south. That said, for all that flamethrowing, it only got me to like about 2/3 of my health. These dialogue boxes remind me of those in Horizon that spam the quick chat. Prepare to be eliminated! Prepare to be eliminated! Prepare to be eliminated! Good luck! No! 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 Great, now I'm turning into an NPC stream. So close. They're so close to getting blown up here. Fire and tar. Okay, you know what? That's actually a fitting line for you. Oh, here we go. We're going into red mode. Oh, there you get the health refill. Fantastic. And I still got a low amount of health. Alright, so now I gotta, like, actually keep my distance. Man, they got, like, the flames and everything. Alright. Oh. Don't stay close to him. Keep on forgetting I got, like, back rockets. I should probably use them more often. Typical two-phase boss, yeah. This one just needs like a little bit of Latin chanting in it. I don't know. Maybe turn the flames purple. Think you can take me? I mean, I'm kind of smoking you in the distance department, at least. Well. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is one of those times I'm glad, I'm glad this game doesn't have anything like ammo, or reloads, or a heat bar. Man. Okay, this ain't good. I gotta lose them. I gotta lose them quick before they completely toast my vehicle. Shouldn't have been so careless in the first phase. Alright, I'll let them come to me. I'll just keep driving forward. Let them catch up to me. I guess this is like one of those times it's nice to have that mouse look so you can... Oh, there they are! Oh boy. The one time I take my eyes off the back and they're like, surprise, motherfucker! Come on, you scrap heap, move! Oh my god, it's so freaking close. Oh no, this might be it for me. This might be it for me. The Reaper comes. Yeah, it just might. Oh, this is it, right here. Ah, man. Fire in the hole! I wonder if I'll have to start this fight back from, like, square one. That's probably the case. I do wonder, what happens to the stuff I have on me? Is it like lost now? Do I have to like go back to the truck and equip new weapons? Yeah, I got is like this machine gun here. Okay. Maybe this is why they have me like collecting multiples of stuff, because if my car blows up, then I'm gonna have to go back to the truck and equip whatever I have remaining. Okay. I'm starting to get how this game works now. Alright, but yeah, considering I'm driving against a big old thing I want to keep my distance from, I should probably swap out my shell guns for machine guns. So put those on here. I'm pretty sure I had like 2 Orkin batteries, so maybe that's not the case. It's just like they change your loadout to kind of symbolize that your spirit is possessing another car. Maybe that's it. Well, we'll see. If I still have 6 auto machine guns and 1 Orkin battery, then my equipment does get lost. But otherwise, no, it doesn't. A little bit of a hang-up there. I have to assume it's like loading the environment. So I have like directions to go. Yeah, hopefully these machine guns will be better for fighting this boss. Equip 2 machine guns like a boss. Rocket launcher like a bouse. My own bathroom, like a bouse. Let's do it again. Second verse, same as the first. Take two, right? And action! Yeah, I'm kind of picking them off. Oh, they're back! I remember you. And now I'm not gonna get near you. Oh, jeez. Nope. Hey, who said... I don't approve of this. You really like burnt rubber, don't you? Or maybe you're trying to gaslight me. Maybe... Actually, I don't know how that leads to that. Just kind of talking out of the top of my head. I shall rust? How are you gonna rust me with a flamethrower? If you wanted to rust me, you should probably should have gotten like a water gun instead. Get like a high pressure hose on the car. I mean, that would definitely do some damage. It would be a unique weapon. Could like use the power of physics. I should have just let them stay ahead of me. Let them come to me if they want to take me on. Oh, here we go. High pressure saltwater cannon. Yeah, there we go. I'll take them out. Or acid, yeah. The universal damager. Just a gun that just fires corrosive battery acid at everything. Yeah, the problem with letting them stay behind me is that once I run out of boost, they can catch up and burn me to a crisp. Maybe it's better I just, like, let them stay ahead. If they try to turn around, let them try to maintain my distance. So, and then only boost when I need to get the heck out of there. Well, it's bad enough when I got like one flamethrower concentrate on me. It's even worse when I get two. Okay, I'm doing all right against them though. Just a little bit more. They only need a little bit more on me as well. Oh, wait! Unless they go to like a phase 3. I hope they don't. Oh, okay. It's like the desperation attack. The last gasp. But they couldn't do it in the end. They got close again, but they could not get me. Thermite would be a fun thing to use as a weapon. As long as it's only on vehicles. Melting the enemy from afar. Well, farther away than usual, yeah. Ah, a Tartarus body. Hey, our own flamethrower. Got ourselves a suspension. Ah, nice skin. And 2 stickers. That was a unicorn horn. Oh man, still more targets. Where can these bosses go from here? Alright. Gonna go back to the truck and see this new stuff I got. Alright, so what weapons? Oh, 3 weapons! Alright! Now this is what I'm talking about. Alright, machine gun. If they're in front, guessing a shell gun would be fine. And for the back, yeah, we'll go with missiles. Which work. Equip the skin for sure. Let's see, all left mouse button. Alright. Oh, we got just the stock, so we're out. Let's take on our next set of opponents here. I wonder when we'll get to use the saw blades. When we'll get to equip those. This might be fun to have. Does anyone in real life say, "I'm expired"? This feels like the kind of thing if, like, eggs or vegetables were able to speak, they would say. It's like a guy just spontaneously says, "I'm expired." It would feel out of place, to be honest. Another one gone. Okay, up. Coming from the side, okay. Let's make sure they get into position here. Mass damage! After that, Ultra Expire! Yeah, complete with the announcer just going, Ultra! I guess at the very least it sounds better than "I'm past the sell-by date." They are going up pretty quickly, though. And now... wait, where's the other one? Okay, there they are. Take you down. They're trying to do donuts around me, but it's like, hey, I can lead the target all right. Uh-oh. Wait, did I just, like, blow out the pillars? Oh, man, and it collapses? Alright, you know what? That's cool. I can dig that. Not like a little bit of environmental destruction, or at least more destruction beyond, you know, smacking into trees. Also, I noticed that all the trees have changed to, like, the more, not the pine trees anymore, they're like the more full trees. You're channeling your inner split second. I sure am. I make my own power plays. But now I see the light. I already made that joke. Alright, is that everyone? Oh, nope. 7 Niners, oh boy. Oh yeah, I can see my weapons also blow up the pillars. Man, who would have thought this game would have, like, levolution? Need to be able to do that with those oil rigs. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I see one of them's trying to sideswipe me. I wonder if car weights will become a thing. Of course, it's a demo now, so maybe that won't come into play as much, but maybe they'll factor that in for later builds. So we'll have to wait and see. Alright, just need the last guy to show up here. I could wait for him, but that'll make me a sitting duck. Could go a little slower. Let them catch up with me. Or I could just, like, hit the reverse and completely bamboozle. Maybe we'll go with that. Boy, this car has a really long deceleration time. Oh, I see gunshots. Oh, there they are. I was wondering when you'd show up. Sheesh. A little bit late to the party. Alright. There we go. What sorts of sweet weaponry will we get? Grenade launcher, suspension, more suspension. Ooh, a skin. Maybe it has milk bottle tops for brakes. Just the tiniest brakes known to man. Alright, which one to use is coming up first? Ah, screw it. We'll go this way. Boom! Now that I know, I can just plow right through the pillars. It's like only the rocks really pose a threat to me now. Doesn't seem like there's too many rocks in this environment, to be honest. I wonder if I should be putting, like, a missile launcher in the front of the car, too. Oh, is that everyone? Yep, wave 2. Alright, let's go. Let's go. No carbon ceramic discs here. Unfortunately, they've all gone bad in the future. We use what we can get. Gotta improvise, man. Why do you think they strapped all these guns to these cars? There's another one. Two more. Cannot be! Boom! Alright, one more. One more wave, I'm assuming. Oh man, they were like coming right at me. Surprise! Making me think of that Twisted Metal series that was on Peacock. I hope there's a series 2 for that. Oh! I've heard that was like actually a pretty good series. People were a little shocked that it kind of dropped as quickly as it did, and that was also pretty good. Because like seems like most adaptations tend to kind of fall on its face. Very few exceptions, of course. But there are exceptions for a reason, but Twisted Metal definitely managed to kind of avert that, so that's pretty neat. For sure, as a Twisted Metal fan, I thought it was great. I wonder if, like, anyone I know has Peacock. Maybe I'll ask him. Next time I visit him, I'll ask him. Obviously, because they don't do because they frown on password sharing now, so I can't do that anymore. Screw 'em. Jeez, this group is falling. They're falling like dominoes. One by one. Yeah, I'm definitely going to the truck to swap in another missile launcher. Hey, that's it. Let's strap a gun to the car. We should find brakes first. I said, let's strap a gun to the car. Sounds like they got their priorities straight. Oh man, it's a lot of weapons. Ooh, a retro skin. Alright, we're definitely going back to the truck. You know what? Since I'm like more able to now. Okay, if they're not gonna run back to me, then well, we'll just race on to the next encounter, yeah? Well, I can see why the random encounters also drop things for you now, because if dying does remove all the stuff from your inventory, then, well, you're gonna need some way to get them back. It'll give you the barest minimum to kind of work your way back up. Alright, first things first. Gonna swap out the shell gun for another working battery. Nope. Wait, where is it? Oh, skin. Here it is. Oh! Now, that retro skin was for another car. Alright, you know what? We'll take this not Bumblebee skin. Go with that. I remember playing Twisted Metal on my PSP. Those were the days. Oh, man. Yeah. I think I had a friend who had, like, Twisted Metal 2 on the PSP. Had a blast with it. Still have the OG Twisted Metal on PS1. Twisted Metal 2 was my jam, though even my mom vibed on that. Oh, man. I think I might have said it already, but your mom sounds awesome. I heard from a lot of people that Twisted Metal 2 is kind of like peak Twisted Metal. I like old era Twisted Metal, I should say. Because I know a lot of people like Black on the PS2. Now I kind of want them on the side, because that's like where I can, if they get in like that very narrow window, I could focus fire all my guns on them. Or at the very least, I could focus at least two of my guns on them. It is. Black was a blast to play. Never really got my mom to play video games except the Wii. Well, there's a reason why it kind of did the gangbusters they did. Mine was all, come on, let's play Doom. Oh my god. My mom played some video games. She was more of a puzzle game fan than anything. So you would see her playing like a lot of, say, Tetris and Clacks and Columns. Spend a little time playing Bejeweled as well. Oh, there you are. I was wondering when you'd show up. Finally, the next wave. Sonic Adventure 2, because you love doing the whole Chow thing. Aw, yeah! Chow's where it's at. I know I said it already, but I wish they would make a standalone Chow game. Right, put it on mobile, make it like a downloadable game on Switch. Something like that. People would be all about it. They already had like the framework for it with the Chow Garden on like the GB on the Sonic Advance games. They could spin that out to like a full Chow game. I think even now, if they suddenly announced it, people would love it. Like, I don't know, turn Chow into its own franchise. Or something. Give us Chow in space, the game. And then maybe we could have, like, Mario versus Chow, Rivals Invasion, or something like that. Sonic game that came with a pet simulator, right? I know a lot of people, me included, who definitely spent a lot of time just like getting through the races in the karate and trying to get the cool designs for the Chow, make sure their stats were tweaked to optimization to the best they could be optimized. Ah, there you are. Oof. More bogeys. Boom. Goes another one. Ah, jeez, they got me cornered. Like they hit me with a pit maneuver. There goes another one. And another one. Scrap. I wonder if that's like the G-rated version of crap. Then again, crap is already like a barely G-rated word, so I don't know what I was going from there. Alright, flamethrower, monster suspension, sibling skin? Oh, what is that a reference to? I'm not quite sure. Oh man, it's raining! That usually means something sad's gonna happen. Oh geez, okay. Alright, my game is kinda hitching up something fierce right now. I wonder if it's like loading up something pretty big. Oh yeah. We are in England then! There we go, we made it all the way here. Turns out that desert area, that really was a dried up ocean bed. We were just like driving across the pond. Well, the pond bed now, as it were. There it is, the purple smoke. Let's see what sorts of horrors await us in this fight. But first, we gotta take out the rabble. Which admittedly isn't that much of a problem. All kind of lining up. They're all like right behind me. Just like ready to eat my missiles. Oh, here we go. Mad! So, wait, mothers against drunk driving? Destructive driving? Oh, wait, cuts? Wait, what does that stand for? Cousins under... tipsy... turvy steering? Cousins undermining tipsy-turvy... tipsy... yeah, you know what, let's go with that. Also, where are they? I thought they would have been, like, right up my butt, but I don't see them. Maybe I should wait for a bit. Cousins under the thumbstick! Yeah, there we go. They drive with the controller! The horror! They should use a racing wheel like real racers. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can drive however you want. I was gonna say, do I really have like that much speed on them? I'm able to outrun them for this long, but they eventually caught up to me. Your ride ends now. No, how's about I end your ride now, huh? How you like that? Oh, okay, that's saw blade cars. They were catching up for a moment there. Uh-oh, I got swerved. I feel like if I eat Mad's saw blades, it's not going to be pretty. You are nothing. No, I am everything. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Look at my sick air. Oh, geez. Okay. Got turned around again. I'm out of the boost. Uh-oh. The Mad decides to come cut me up. They decide to kind of turn me into shredded metal. This is the perfect opportunity for them to do so. I should probably take out some of these ads as well. Whittle down the numbers, whittle down their DPS on me. You keep what you burn. That actually would have been a better line for a gaslighter. I can't believe this Mad just like drove circles around me. Why is their vehicle so like goddamn maneuverable? Yeah, Mad, mothers against drunk drivers. But I'm not drunk, though. Okay, now they're folding. There we go. One down, one to go. I assume they're done, right? This is a dual boss, so they wouldn't dare make one go into, like, super mode, right? Thing about having multiple bosses is that once you take out like one of them, the rest tend to fall pretty quickly after, unless they have like some sort of mechanic that powers up the remaining bosses still in play. Alright, one's fry down. Let's assume that's another one. Oh yeah, there. Is it just me or they have like some sort of magic pixel? They just have like that tiny sliver that doesn't go down. Was this a fighting game? Oh snap, okay, they have the phase 2. I'm guessing it's like whoever survives does like the phase 2 thing. Wait. Oh, okay, they went into like a weird spirit mode also. Okay, still not doing as much against me as the flamethrower guy did. Like, holy crap. Sure, it took like a lot, but they got me. They were the one boss that actually blew me up, right past the prologue. So give them credit for that. They were the one who took me down. You're no threat. You're saying that against a person who, like, took out your partner and, like, 150% of your health so far. Yes, please keep on telling me how I'm not a threat. Alright, now I'm gonna wait. Let's wait for them to catch up. Oh, here they come. Time to go. This is what the Eliminator in Forza Horizon 5 should have been. I wonder if they'll ever get to that point, just like a Forza spin-off that includes weapons. At least I assume it would be a spin-off. I don't know. It would be weird if they just like suddenly gave all the cars in Horizon guns. Once again, magic pixeling this fella. There we go. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, wait, no, here we go. The desperation move. The last gasp, their final attempt. Try to go out in a blaze of glory. But they just go out in a blaze. I doubt car makers would agree to that. And you know what? I would agree with that. It would probably have to be like a completely different franchise if they wanted to do that. And wow, really? More of these. Okay. Ooh. Flak wagon body. A rotor. Looks like a more damaging machine gun. Truck spin. Dumber bike skin. New stickers. Mad cuts. Hell, Ferrari got so anal about things they stopped body kits from being added to their cars. And therefore, there was like a period of time, too, where their cars were not in, like, many video games whatsoever. Yeah, it was a weird time. Oh, I guess since I fired back, I actually have to finish this fight. Alright. Like Master Chief now. I'm finishing this fight. Alright, one more car. Where are you at? They didn't like them used for cop chases and Need for Speed. Ferrari, you mean cease and desist motor? There we go. That's everyone. And I should get the after-action report. Ooh, another rotor. Cool. So I got 2 machine guns. The elitist brand that think they're the mutts nuts. Yeah. I think Porsche was in a similar period too, right? Where, like, there were very few games you could actually use Porsche cars because they signed, like, an exclusivity deal with one of them or something like that. Alright, how many weapons can you... Of course, you got 4. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be good. One rotor here. Yep, keep an working battery there. We'll switch you to actually working battery and rotor. Oh wait, no, I think I should swap that. There we go. Oh yeah. Ah, yes, this absolute unit of a vehicle. Yeah, Gran Turismo didn't have Porsche for ages. Oh, man. Alright, it's time to go on a little road trip. Road trip of destruction. Oh my god. Absolute stream of bullets. If I keep my targets in front, they are going to be vaporized. Or in back, because they are side guns. On the side still ain't so bad, but the front and back is where this will really shine. Contrary to Ferrari, Porsche doesn't give a shit what you do with your car, thank God. Just make it hard to get their latest ones with the invitation-only lists. Alright. So it's not as bad, but man, it's still a little restrictive. Perhaps more than what some people might like. I do remember it being a big deal when there was like a game, I forget, probably several of them, when they were able to come out with like Porsche packs, and they were like, oh man, Porsche finally returns to the series. I think Forza Horizon 4 was one of them, actually. I think there weren't like any Porsche cars in the base game, but it was only till like they got a DLC pack or like an update or something like that that Porsche came back. Is that everyone? All we got was a rotor and a Cricket Monster suspension. Have to have a buy history and all that, yeah. They were a car pack in Forza Horizon 4, or Forza Motorsport 4. Okay. Motorsport. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Alright, I'm thinking maybe I'll do like one more round of this, and then... I'll admit, the base combat is like pretty fun. Like, enough to think about, but not so much that it gets overwhelming. Right, you do have to think about where to point and shoot, but... And, you know, maybe a little bit about where you're driving, but they make it... They facilitate that well enough. Yeah, even on the side, I can kind of shred these enemies like wet tissue paper. Like, holy cow. Their health just evaporates. Anything directly in front or behind me can kind of evade a lot of fire, but otherwise, they're going to be eating a lot of rounds. Like, goddamn. Porsche doesn't want you to buy the car just to sell not even a year after without single miles on it. They want you to drive it. I would rather walk than own a Porsche. I thought I saw a building collapse in the distance there. So clearly there's other mayhem going on around here, more than what I'm involved in. Alright, this car just needs to, like... There we go. I'd assume we have, yeah, another wave. Alright. Did I get him? Thanks to the German over-engineering. Azure Gale van life. Hashtag Azure Gale van life. Just me cruising out in the open fields, barbecuing enemies with my rockets and my guns. Light them up, I'm a fire! Alright, so one more. Okay, should have one more wave after this, yeah. Stuff that I thought. I wonder if collapsing buildings affects enemies. If I were to just, like, collapse an entire apartment building, would that be able to take out the folks chasing me? Is that even feasible? So, like, fixated on this one car in front of me, I forget that I have this whole crowd behind me that I could probably take care of as well. Here we go. Oh, there goes another one. Oh yeah. Your flipping over is going to be your downfall. Being stationary is kind of like the worst thing you can do in these kinds of games. Just being a sitting target. Boy, could you imagine if I had like a riding buddy or something? They'd probably be on like the stove, just flipping a couple burgers. Just ready to serve up some food once this combat's all done. Run and gun! Yeah! Got here. Off-road suspension, rotted, jock rotted. Ooh, a Niner skin. Ooh, a star sticker. It's like a Lone Star. So I'm probably not going to put it on my vehicle. Alright. We'll go this way. Yeah, wearing the burgers with all the bumps and flips, right? It's like the stains of war. Go. Another 3-phase battle. Cannot be. All right, one more. You know what? Let's swing around and meet them. Meet them face to face. Take this problem head on, and then start running away once we see him again. I don't know, I have a vague idea of where they are. I just need to shoot in the general direction and hope enough bullets punch them. The Azure Challenge, try to make a meal in the back of that van while in combat. Hey, could you keep it down in front? I'm trying to make a burger here. Hey, you want any cheese on that? Did you like it rare or medium? What? No, I don't do well done. What are you talking about? Okay, do you want lettuce and tomatoes as well? What condiments do you want? Alright, what soda should I get you? Actually, never mind. All the soda just spilled on the floor. Oh, now it's on the ceiling as well. No pickles, please! Excuse me, they said no pickles. Could roast the buns on the flamethrower. Yeah, there you go. As some people might put it, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright, wave 3, wave 3. This is a part where I, like, just hang a hot dog out on a stick, let it by that flamethrower, get it nice and grilled there, nice and toasty, put it back on the bun, slap a little mustard and ketchup on it, maybe a little relish as well. That's a hot dog right there. Don't mind me, just making some s'mores. There you go. Hey kids, gather around and I'll tell you a story. Story about how your driver kicked all sorts of butt. So there were like 700 dudes after him, it was nuts. But our driver here, they took down every last one of them. Oh jeez. Veritable crowd. Oh, hey, I see you. At least I thought I saw you. Alright, come on. There we go. Boom! Boom! Alright, one more. How the cook emerged, looking like a burned victim with the amount of ketchup they were wearing. Hey, there we go. Next reward. Let's see what they give us. Flamethrower. Ooh, off-road suspension. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back to the truck now and see what... I forgot to look at the stats. Should have looked at the stats. I probably could tell then if I wanted to check it out or not, but yeah, it won't take long. I'm right here. But yeah, I was gonna say, oh, okay. A little bit extra durability and top speed, that's fine. Alright, getting out here. I was gonna say, the ketchup thing reminds me of a commercial I saw a long time ago. I think it was like a guy who was in the kitchen, and then suddenly, like, spilled a whole bottle of ketchup, spilled to the floor. And, like, the cat was about to get into it, so he picked up the cat, and then the knife was about to fall to the floor, so he managed to grab the knife. And then suddenly another person walks in and sees this guy holding a cat in one hand, a knife in the other hand, and ketchup spilled on the floor. They had a really, shall we say, weirded out look, and they kind of walked away. And of course the guy's like, wait, no, I can explain. I was like, oh boy, ooh, yeah, awkward. Super awkward. Feels like a staple of a lot of comedies, just misunderstandings just gone completely out of control. One of those out of context moments, right? You just walk in and you're like, wait, what happened here? There we go. Okay, yep, there's another one. I'm burning! Yes, you would be. Oh, another one gone. Okay, I was gonna say, that's wave 2. Or that's the signal for wave 2, I should say. Get that a lot over the CB and ATS multiplayer. Maximum damage. Indeed it was. Actually reminds me, I think it was like in Time Splitters. They had a power-up that increased their damage, and they called it max damage. I think it was like a reference to quad damage power-up from the id produced first-person shooter games. But I kind of like max damage better, because it kind of, you know, it feels more hefty, right? Feels like a lot more, even if it wasn't. I guess quad damage kind of lets you know right off the bat. Yeah, no. You'll be dealing quadruple damage, which is a lot more damage still. If I remember correctly, that was like the name of a villain too, right? Max damage. I don't know. If it's not the name of a villain, it should be the name of a villain, because that's a pretty good name from a villain. Oh wait, no, I think the character I'm thinking of was like named Max Steel. It was like one of the early 3D CG cartoons. I believe, at least in the US, it aired on Kids WB a lot. My wheels! My car! I need one of these comments to say something like, my kidney! I'm done. This is just too much work. Oh, okay, so I can't plow through those pillars. Granted, they are a lot thicker. Ah, finally blew up. Alright. And, there goes the next one. Doot doot. Oh, come on, just blow up already, would you? There we go. Oh! Fumes take you! It's like thunder take you. Except it's fumes. But I guess it's still pretty fearsome. Alright. What did I get from this encounter? Missile launcher. Ooh, monster suspension. Lots of extra durability, but lots of less... but a bit less speed. Ooh! Now that is a skin right there. New sticker. Every game like this needs a semi-truck, bus, and garbage truck. Ah, I hope we get like some large vehicles in here. Some decently large vehicles. That would be pretty great. For a demo, it's pretty good. I know, right? Like, that definitely got, like, solid fundamental mechanics here. Right, the combat feels good. Driving feels pretty good. The weapons feel pretty punchy and appropriately deadly. They got a good thing going here, and I'm really excited to see how they develop from here. Let's see. I'm 104 down to 84. Is that something? Durability does go up by a bit. And so does acceleration, for that matter. Oh, bendy buses! Those are fun. Hey, they would be fun. Alright, here we go. A bit more of a tank of a vehicle. Let's see how this fares against the next boss. Man, kind of looking forward to it. Here it is. Radio the boss. Little do they know, I've got like a whole arsenal waiting for him. Okay, even like the little cars are starting to pack flamethrowers as well. Alright. That might be a problem. I just have to make sure I annihilate them from like 10 paces then. Oh wait, here we go. Dune Crawler. Huh. Wait, and that's the only one? Okay, I'm assuming that flare gun, though, probably hurts like the dickens, doesn't it? If it actually lands a shot on me, it's probably gonna take a good chunk out of my health. Man, now this is fun. Just driving side by side, just trading shots like we're pirate ships, just firing cannonballs at each other. Okay, I can't see anything. Got like a lightning storm going up here. Oh wait, no, I think they're over here. Leveling those big broadsides, right? Eat lead, bumper liquor. Huh. They're putting up a bit of a fight, though. Hopefully this boss is like a one and done type. I feel like they're kind of tearing through my health enough that I wouldn't be able to deal with them if they refilled their health even once. Of course, as some people might put it, that could also be a skill issue. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm surprised that they have the saw blades when they got that flare gun that seems to be doing work. Alright, phase 2's gotta start soon, right? Any moment now. Any moment now. Yeah, Dune Crawler, they're gonna put up that trump card soon. Hit that big red button that says press only in case of you're getting your ass kicked. Any second now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom! Alright. Well, this isn't good. They took out more than half of my health, and I still gotta tear through their second health bar. And unlike the flamethrower, there's no good range with which to kind of evade them. I just gotta put more shots on them than they can on me. Where's the BFG 9000 when you need it, right? Give me like a Redeemer rocket. I'll make short work of them then. Or a railgun. Uh-oh. Wait, you mean they're not going into like super uber mode? Or wait, was that me? No, that was them. Usually they only go into like super uber mode at like the last sliver of health. Nah, this one's like, oh, I'm doing that at the 2/3 mark. Alright, where you at? Looks like they're this way. Oh, okay. I think nope, is that someone else? Definitely, okay, that must be them right there. Look for the one who's firing flares at me. Also has giant-ass saw blades in front. They're probably the one. Yeah, they almost got my number. I wonder if this is like one of those things where I need to learn how to serpentine. Yeah. Saying my hellos, but I'm gonna hit the deck. Good night, everyone. Good night, smile for happiness. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, now I can at least see how the weapon loss thing works. So see how many orc batteries and how many of the other car I'm missing. Hey, wait, is it just me or is it like snowy now? Oh yeah, that's definitely snowy terrain. Once again, I am stuck with their rinky-dink machine gun. Probably don't want to provoke these folks, not yet. I wonder if my lack of speed did in the end. That made me just like a more mobile target. A better target to hit. Yeah, and it feels like if I don't have enough durability, I'm gonna get torn apart pretty quickly. Oh yeah, I have no more monster suspension, so okay, it is if your car blows up, then your weapons go with it. Oh man. By the sounds of it, rinky-dink I-4. I'm gonna do the same thing, so good night everyone and see you next time. Alright, good night Venom 2, thanks for hanging out. Good night, have a good sleep. We'll do one more try against the boss. Of course, now I gotta pick different weapons. Actually, should I go for a different car? Maybe get me one that has more 360-degree fire on it. We'll try that. I'll stick with the auto machine gun, so I can just keep picking things off from a distance. Alright, everything on left mouse button. Alright, what's suspension? We'll give the one that gives me 100 miles per hour. Alright, we'll go with Spiker. Alright, let's see how this loadout fares. Aha, look at that. Sick flip. Totally planned it. There we go, take two. Not the flamethrowers. Okay, I can already tell this is probably gonna go significantly worse. We're not even into the boss fight, and I've already lost a good amount of health here. Honestly, this wouldn't be so bad if they, like, at least healed some of my health between the phases. I mean, they get all their health back, why can't I get some of mine? Or at the very least, if they have, like, 2 health bars, make, each of those health bars have less health. They'll make it so that they have, like, literally twice as much health as the other bosses do. Oh. Will this be the end of me? Fortunately, I'm keeping pace with them. That's not really what I need right now. I need to kind of get ahead of them. I admit, some of the other cars seem to also have, like, those flare gun type weapons. Maybe I should be concentrating on taking them out as well. If I can turn it into a one-on-one, maybe things would be a little bit more manageable. Alright, just need to wait for them to catch up. I wonder if I should have put the missile launcher on the back. That seems to be where they're concentrated on. Or I could just, like, do a 180. Do a 180. Here they go again on their own. Going down the only road they've ever known. Like a drifter, they were born to walk alone. But they've made up their mind. They won't waste any more time. Here they go again. Wow, I saw that 6 spin you did, that was pretty sick. Again, I'm just keeping pace with them. Okay, the other time they were so happy to get close to me. Why is it that this time they seem to want to keep their distance? Hey there. Ah, there we go. One small fry down. Oh, hello there. Okay. About half health. So as long as they don't take, like, more hits, I should be in okay shape for Phase 2. Granted, they still have, like, a third of their health, so... I think in terms of, like, kind of the DPS race, they got a leg up on me. I seriously should have put the Orchid battery on the back of the car. I thought for a minute that said, "You shall not pass," but no, it's still, "You shall rust." I think "You shall not pass" would be a fun line to have in there. I don't know. Lord of the Rings reference. It hasn't gotten old yet. Oh, wait. Does purple mode happen when it, like, Oh, okay, I see more minions have come out. Alright, so that's probably what happened. If I destroy all the minions, then they call in, like, new minions, and then I gotta take them out. Make sure DPS doesn't fall off too much. Oh, wait, I see some of my health has come back, too. Okay, so maybe that's what I can do. If I find myself low in health, try to focus fire on the minions. Okay. Or, of course, that necessitates the minions showing up in the first place, but... I think I'm starting to understand the mechanics. A novel way to deal with health pickups. Yeah, it kinda is. It's like glory kills in Doom, right? And it's an incentive to stay aggressive. You can't just, like, hide behind a rock and restore your health. You gotta take some more risks if you want to stay in the fight longer. Well, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I got my mid-air destruction. It's like pool, poof. Focus fire on this one because they're in view. Okay, now we'll focus on the one in the back. Did I get them? I'm gonna circle around. Oh. Hey there. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. Calling in more reinforcements. And I got more health back. Alright, cool. I wonder if it's a set amount or if they just, like, reset me to a certain point. Either way. I dig it. Hey there. Well, might as well blow you up since you're, like, up close. Man, I still like Rust to Rust as a kind of like a pithy death line. It's such a good one. Alright, time for Phase 2! I see they were trying to ram me. They were gonna ram me. Probably would have got me good if I'd let them. There we go. Oh, okay. And I'm glad the boss has, like, just a really bright light around him. At least I think that's what they're doing for the boss. Let you know that they're the priority target. Alright, now that I know it can restore health, this isn't so bad. So much easier to pick off in the darkness. That is true, yeah. That light around them is just kind of lets you know, hey, they're right here. It's like a giant target pointing at. It's like a giant arrow pointing at them. This is the one you're looking for. It does make it a little harder to find enemies that aren't highlighted by the light, but... And that might be a problem if I want to destroy them and restore my health. But we're not quite there yet. I'm still sitting okay. Oh man, the car did a flip. Oh, I almost did a flip. Alright, can I, like, blow up that other car real quick? Just, like, find out where they are and pick them off? Nope, maybe not. Seriously, are they deliberately staying out of range so that I can't restore my health? Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, there we go. I'm okay again. Although if I can, I should probably take out at least one of them, so I don't have as many folks on me. Or bogeys, as they put them. Actually call them that in-game. You know, I guess as long as I got a clear shot on the boss, might as well take it. Man, this fight needs some danger zone. Or at least a danger zone sound-alike. Get me some not Kenny Loggins in here. Oh, uh-oh. I mean, I'm still sitting okay. Got about half my health. The boss is getting closer to defeat here. Closer and closer. Just a little bit more. There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, figuring out mechanics works. Who would have thought? Poof, just like that. Vanish in a puff of logic. Hopefully I'll get at least one machine gun and missile launcher to replace the ones I lost. The frog body. Ooh, just a straight up rocket launcher, so that's what that was. Accurate and reliable rocket launcher designed for beefy targets. Requires skill and caution when used. Yeah, you got this like super leader target, huh? Cricket off-road suspension and a Group B skin. You still got more after that. Although from the looks of the bodies, it's probably not that much more. But, now let's just go back real quick and see the new stuff we got. Yeah, look at that frog. Okay. Oh, one weapon. It's like a speedy boy, but maybe not durable. Like a glass cannon, as it were. Yeah, from the looks of it, you could get 2 more vehicle bodies, at least in the demo. 2 more weapons, of course, more skins. Let's see the custom. How does that work? Add. Ooh, yeah. Lots of stickers here. Yeah. Fumes. Color. Light blue. Ah, you can change the lamp's color as well. Nice. Oh, and you can adjust the position. Oh man. It's like the Forza livery editor, kinda. Alright. That's all I wanted to see of that. Oh. Yeah, I should probably put some weapon slots on there, huh? Okay. Alright, the top can be the rotor. The front can be the rocket launcher. And the back can be the working battery. There we go. That, and, yeah, off-road worked. But, yeah, I don't know. I imagine the rest of the game is gonna go like this, right? Run from point to point, take out the enemies, and then take out the big boss enemy. So, yeah, it's a pretty well-featured demo. It's nice proof of concept. I'm pretty excited for this game. I like the base mechanics of it, right? The driving feels great. The combat feels nice, snappy, and powerful. The bosses feel appropriately threatening. I do like the mechanics too, right? Once I figured out how to kind of stay in the fight for longer, it definitely incentivizes kind of just like getting in there and staying in the fight and trying to juke as many shots as possible. So yeah. Hopefully, they'll add more, right? Hopefully one time we'll see maybe like landmarks, mission types, a bit more variation in the open world. That would all be pretty cool. But as it stands, they got a pretty good foundation. So I think these guys, they might be onto something. And hopefully we'll be able to revisit this game down the line with some more updates and see how much they've built on that. But yeah, I think for now, that has been a pretty good look at Fumes, and I think I will just go ahead and call it here. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came by, stopped by, and chatted, hung around, or even if you just like lurked for a bit. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night. Yeah, you have yourself a good day, and yes, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on Friday. I'll start Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. That was the retro-esque first-person shooter in the 40k universe that came out like last year. I forget exactly when, but it was like fall to winter, and people really enjoyed it. So it's on Game Pass, so I have no reason to not play it now, right? So it'll make for a good palate cleanser after Sea of Stars and Shadow Tactics. Can maybe go a little bit more head empty and just like shoot things. I don't know. That'll be fun for a bit. So yeah, look forward to that. But for now, let's look for someone to raid. Unfortunately, this is like one of those programs that when you click out of it, the sound stops. So let me put up some other music in here in the meantime to kind of fill the air real quick. Yeah, alright. And so we're playing like a car combat game. Let's find something from like the Twisted Metal soundtrack, shall we? Yep, there's just a playlist here. Twisted Metal 1 OST. I'm gonna fire that up. Oh man, there's only like 7 tracks in this playlist, and they're all about 3 minutes. Okay. That should be enough time to find someone to raid into, right? Let's go. Let's find someone. Who's on? I'm ending a little earlier than usual, so it might be like a slightly different set of folks. quite a few Fortnite players, but I heard that got a new season. And got like quite a few people excited actually, because they were like showcasing powers, which is like, what? I know Fortnite's dealt with some pretty wild concepts before with powers seems. Just like straight up powers, at least more freely distributed, seems kind of wild. Oh. You know, I think I might have found someone. Let's see if they are accepting raids. Oh, I should probably turn off mine as well. Raid channel. Let's see. Ah, it's gone through, okay. Karma KTTN is playing Supermarket Simulator, but more importantly, apparently this is their first stream as a VTuber, so why don't we go welcome them with open arms. Alright. Let's, raid message. It's gonna be really dumb, but I can't think of much else to put in here. Actually, no. What would a good raid message be? Should I cancel? Should I just, like, cancel real quick? So I can think of something? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna cancel. Something went wrong. Yeah, it's because I canceled. Mob B. Raid message. Raid message. Man, why am I scratching my brain for this? Easy. Okay, you know what? I have completely unoriginal message, but I don't know. For some reason, I can't think of anything better, so there. If you're joining in on the raid, give them car combat raid, because that's kind of what we did, right? Alright. Yeah, if you're joining on the raid, give them that, and if not, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday for the start of Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. See you then. Baby. I really do hope that they kind of help. They do work on the variety. Again, it's a demo, so they put out the proof of concept, and they've proved that they got a good foundation there. So I'm just hoping they can build on that. I really look forward to seeing what these folks have coming up. All right, I'll see you.